Now from Circulus Digital Media, this is Digital Download on Wish TV.
For nearly 2 decades now, YouTube has ruled over the digital video world as something of a giant. It also, and I didn't realize this, has the world's second most used search engine. Nelson Spade knew that. He's the general manager of Circulus Digital Media, Wish TV's full-service digital agency and sister station and company. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
Most people use YouTube at least once a month.
In this country, 2/3 of Americans use YouTube every single month, which is kind of crazy to think, but all global users of the internet, 3/4 use YouTube every single month. It's got more users than Facebook at this point. There's nearly as many YouTube users as there are television viewers.
Really?
In this country.
That's an enormous footprint. We've talked about how habits shift and change and more people are spending more time online. And there's clearly digital video at the heart of a lot of these changes.
Absolutely. There's more and more platforms for video than ever before, and it's really becoming about attention and getting that user's attention. The gorilla in the room, YouTube, is certainly still the gorilla, but it's getting chipped away at by something we've talked about here in Daybreak before, in TikTok. To put in perspective, there's 230 million YouTube viewers in the country versus around 90 million on TikTok. So not quite a three times multiple. From a generational perspective, millennials are twice as likely to use YouTube. Gen Xers 4 times as likely. But TikTok is really gaining traction in 2 key demographics for advertisers. Teens, 12 to 17, YouTube now only has a 20% advantage in users. Even smaller, 18 to 24 adults, it's a 10% advantage for YouTube, and it is dwindling.
I've got a generational divide in my house. I've got a 17-year-old, and if he's burrowed away in his room, I know he's watching YouTube. My 12-year-old is on the TikTok now. We just cleared her for that. I'm not sure if that was a great call, but and you can just see that split. And then Mom and I are off, practically, projecting it on the screen because we don't know how to use either one of those. But clearly there's an age correlation there. For business owners that don't know the differences on those platforms, what do they need to know?
So it is definitely an age consideration to your point. YouTube is taking notice by all means. It recently launched YouTube Shorts, which is video limited to 60 seconds. It's quickly racked up 5 trillion views to date. The key to understanding the difference is what's better for my business, YouTube versus TikTok. It's not about video. They're both great at video. It's about the execution and the type of video. YouTube is the original video search engine. You mentioned it's the second largest in the world. It is, behind its other company, Google. The type of video content is longer in nature. It's more educational in nature. People go there to learn how to do things. TikTok is more about video trends, but it does have a higher engagement rate. A big difference with TikTok, though, is, like you mentioned in your household, it really does skew to a younger demographic.
And what works on one may not work. In fact, it may really fall flat on the other.
The age-old saying, all advertising works, but it works in different ways. It certainly applies.
You can help people sort it out, right?
Certainly can.
If you got questions for Nelson, our digital business through his office is always reachable. Contact at circulusdigital.com.